Ghana? Do we have also Dr. Lisejo, our product expert? She will surprise you today. She might give you a completely different talk altogether. We've got our own very own as well, Dr. David Molapo. And above all else, we've got number of products that we're going to give away. I want to make sure as we go along, we announce the winners today as the program is continuing. I'll be reading on Facebook. We'll be checking out everything else. I want to tell you this. Today, you're going to get a chance to win lots and lots and lots of things. What do we have? We've got not one, but 2 cell phones today. Not one, but 2 cell phones today. Over and above that, what else do we have? We've got airtime giveaway. We've got also products, a lot of long-range products that we're going to give away. It's easy to win. I'm sure you saw the videos during the week of the previous winners. All they had to do was to share, share, and share. So what you need to do in order for you to win. I want you, before we begin, you write for me on the comment section where you are watching us from. Write for me, write for me. Do you have Ghana in the house? Do you have Ghana in the house? Do you have South Africa in the house? Do you have Namibia in the house? Do you have Botswana in the house? Do you have Mozambique in the house? Do we have Lesotho? Do we have Zimbabwe? Do we have Botswana? Do we have Cameroon? Do we have Nigeria? Tell us where you're watching us from. Tell us where you're watching us from. Lots of good things about to help. For me to be your host tonight. I'm your host, and who am I? Lonabo Chabavu, 1035 Z8 as Stockist in SA. I'm excited to be working with all of you and actually sharing this evening with you. This evening is for you. All right. So before I go any further, let me then hand over to our first speaker, the one and only SD Nokuthula Molive. Let me tell you, I saw SD Nokuthula, how she went on with her husband during the fitness challenge. I was challenged. But Molive, if you're watching, I'm coming after you. Hey, excellent. I'm handing over to you, SD Nokuthula.
Few things, as we know that as in our journey, we meet some few hurdles, and I would like to encourage you tonight. So first of all, I'm quickly going to share a little bit about my journey as Lonabo has given me more time. I understand, Lonabo, you said I'm having about 15 to 20 minutes, right? Okay. My name is Nokuthula, as I said. I reside in Johannesburg. And I started this business in 2017. It hasn't been a smooth journey, but it is doable. I just want to say that it is doable. I started in December 2017, and within a short space of time, I made a few millions with Longreach. So I just want to encourage someone out there who's sitting there and saying, where am I going to start? Is it doable? I just want to tell you, my sister, my brother right there, that it is doable. When I started this business, I was working as an administrator somewhere. I used to take the minutes and you know the job of an administrator. So what I want to say to you out there, it is doable. When I started, I wasn't able to share anything in front of the crowd. I wasn't able to do a presentation in front of the crowd. But Longreach has taught me to develop myself. I've developed myself in such a way that I can do presentation in front of people. I managed to close the deals right now because of this giant called Longreach. So I just want to say to you out there, it is doable. We all can do this business. What I love about this business is that it doesn't require you to have much of the education. It doesn't ask you how old are you. It doesn't ask you your background. It doesn't need connection. It just needs you to go out there and work. And another thing, when we join this business, it's about buying the franchise. You know, when you buy the franchise, you need to go out there and work. There is no way that the business can work on its own. So you need to go out there and work like any other business. And like any other business, there is a wet season, there is another season as well, where you'll find that it's difficult to work, which is a rough season. So it doesn't necessarily mean that when it's tougher at that time, you need to quit. It's like any other business. You just need to make sure that you work, you put more effort and work harder so that you can achieve more. So I'm quickly going to share a screen with you guys so that you can understand about the journey of the network marketing. I'm going to share the screen right now. Lonabo, are you there? Can I share my screen? This is the screen that I'm sharing currently. It's about the journey. It's about the journey, as I'm saying. When you start the network marketing, you need to understand that it is about the journey. It's a journey, but it is not the race. Some people, they often mistaken this by saying that this is the race. It is not the race because our journeys are not the same. You may find that you join the business in January, and then you reach a Diamond 5 within 3 months. And another person will join the same time as you, and they will reach the Diamond 5 in a year's time. So it simply means that this is a journey. It is not the race. Our journeys are not the same. My journey might not be same as you. Yours might not be same as me. So there are 3 things that we need to understand when you join Longreach Business. And this is basically about how network marketing works. So you need 3 things when you join the business. You need lead generation, which is about locating new customers and getting clients and getting more people to join your network so that you can build solid foundation. And also it's about recruiting. And this is simply means about adding customers and business partners to your network. It doesn't necessarily mean that you need to recruit everyone. I always preach this to my team that when you recruit, make sure that you recruit the people that you share the same vision with. You can't just recruit for the sake of recruiting and just keep on adding people. They are piling up in your system and they are not sharing the same vision as you. So you need to make sure that the people that you are recruiting, you share the same vision with them. And number 3 is building and management, which is methods for training, motivating, and managing your recruits. This is about what you are having now when you talk about building and management, about attending company events. When you have training, you need to be there. When we have a presentation, you need to make sure that you attend those training. So basically, these are the 3 things that you need in your when you build your Longreach business: lead generation, recruiting, building, and management. Those things are going to assist you. And in my second slide, I'm going to discuss with you few negative things to leave behind in 2020 as we are in the beginning of our 2021 journey. It is very important that we understand where we are and we understand where we're moving to. So there is fear when you start the business. The fear becomes when you're thinking that when I approach so and so, are they going to agree to my business idea? When I approach so and so, what are they going to, how are they going to take me? Say, for instance, you are thinking that you are thinking that you are highly maybe educated, network marketing is for people who are not educated, as people, they always say. And that is not true, my sister. That is not true, my brother out there. This business is for everyone. So let us leave fear out there. And another fear that we are facing when we move into our business, in our journey, we find that, am I going to reach a stage where I will be earning? Am I going to reach a stage where I will be able to get a proper salary through this business? So the fear, sometimes it interferes with our goals, it interferes with our dreams. So we need to leave fear out there and move on with our business and make sure that you work. And number two is rejection. Rejection, yes, we always face rejection. Even I still face rejection even now. You find that you recruit someone and you are hoping that, I can see that this person can do this business, but a person will tell you, you know what, I can't do this business. My aunt did this business before and she did not succeed, or my uncle did this business before and they did not succeed. So the rejection, sometimes it turns out to be a stumbling block in our journey, because you are thinking that when this so and so has rejected me, the next person will also reject me. So we need to leave that also in 2020 or in the past years. And number three, it's about losing teams. Losing teams in any business, we'll always lose teams. I'll make an example. Where we lose teams even in churches, we lose teams even at work. So if we're going to fear that we're going to lose teams in network marketing, we're not going to get anywhere. We must understand that losing people, it's part of the journey, it's part of the game, because everywhere we lose people. You find so and so is working for maybe a Sasol, and they move tomorrow, they go and work for BP. You find someone is fellowshipping at maybe Methodist, and then they decide the following day that they want a fellowship at Lutheran Church. So I'm just making an example that losing people, it's part of the journey. It's not like when you lose teams, it's now the end, you are now facing the end of the road. I remember I lost teams when I came back from China for the first time, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is the end of my business. But I told myself, you know what, as long as there are people who are not doing long reach in SA or in all over the world, I'm going to continue recruiting until I get to the top. So the next slide is disappointment. We often face disappointments. There will always be disappointments in network marketing. Something will not work, plans will fall apart, people won't live up to their word, unexpected changes and adversity. And number three is don't let disappointment own you and control you. You can control your level of disappointment. You need to push on. Whether there is disappointments, they will be there always, but make sure that you put them aside and move on. The next one is offense. Often in this business, we get offended easily. I want to say to our business partners right now, and people who are still going to join the business, don't get in a way changing the past, but you are changing the future. When we are in the business, to move forward. Remember, when there is something that is holding you back, you can't work properly. So you need to forgive and move on. So these are the things that I want us to move aside when we to take into 2021. What to take in 2021, I would like to say to my to my business partner, you need to take love for the next distributor, regardless of if we are going to be able to be successful, all of us. And another thing, number two, we need to love, we need to have love for our brand and believing in our wonderful products. There is no way that we can just say we just need to make money at Long Reach, but we don't love our products. We don't appreciate our products. We need to make sure that we use our products and we make sure that we love them and we believe in them. And then number three, I would like to request all our business partners, those especially who are already in the business. I just want to say to you that another thing that you need to take into 2021, normalize that it is possible to drop a salary in network marketing. In network marketing, it's like any other business, as I said earlier on, it can move up the ladder or it can drop. So when the salary drops, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to leave the business. It will come up. You need to continue building. It's like any other business. There is a wet season, there is a dry season. So when you see yourself that you are facing a dry season, there is time for you to be rebuilt. And another their weight in gold in MLM. Have you ever seen someone get ignited when they had aha or a moment? You know, when you say aha, well done, you have done well. You need to become the aha master and continually introduce new success and possibilities into their life. Most jobs and family cultures are limited. Shrink most people's dreams, enlarge your teams, and enlarge their dreams. And number 4 is you must always introduce new success ideas and bigger possibilities. What do I mean by that? New ideas that enlarge a person are worth their weight in gold, and nothing motivates more than a personal attention in network marketing. Focusing in one person for a long period of time, it demotivates your team. So you must always make sure that when you wake up in the morning, you give them ideas and you give them maybe achievable goals so that they can always be geared up to work harder and to work more. So the last one is you must give personal time and attention to those who deserve it. What do I mean by that? You need to make sure that you do not speak to your business partners only when you need something. Make sure that you check them every now and then. Make sure that you ask them who they are. You get to know them personally. It's not about the PVs only, but it's about a time and attention that you give to the people that you are working with. So personal encouragement is a great way to give personal attention to your business partners. Find out what is meaningful to them. Find out what they truly want in life, and listen to why. Discover what is important in life to them and why. Ask what they want to change more than anything about their life. So that is very important, that we need to make sure that we have a relationship with our people. We understand who they are. We understand, we check them every now and then. It doesn't necessarily mean that we need to check them every day. And the last 3 that I would want to share with you guys is the 3 C's, which is the 3 C's of leadership are consideration. That's the first one. You need to be considerate. And the second one is caring. You need to be very caring, as I said on my previous slide, and also the courtesy. And the last one is be polite to everyone. Thank you so much.
Umlilo. Fire, 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 fire. We started on the right note. FD, you rock, you rock. I've taken my notes. My notes are a lot. I've been writing down some of these things. And NIDA needs to inspire.
And I nearly stopped because I thought you are not
FD, Noktula, I want you to type 111. Type 111. Type 111. I'm checking those comments. Remember, hey, today I even have 20 Vodacom SIM cards with 1 gig each, courtesy of Cargo Connect. Let me tell you, we've got lots of things to give away. I want to tell you this. Let me tell you, this I've got to do. I know I'm breaking protocol, but before we go to MD, I'm breaking protocol. Listen to this. There's a young girl. She's shared so many times. Anything we've put up, she's been sharing and sharing. You know, Foxy, lady Foxy. Let me tell you, I'm going to do the honors. And doing this. I'll do the honors. Look at this. I'm doing the honors, Foxy. This one, I'm rewarding the person that has been sharing since I started putting up. Anyway, you'll check on Facebook. Foxy lady has been sharing. Foxy, this I'm rewarding to you for sharing. Let me open it to show you what I'm doing. It's real deal. We don't mess up. We give you real deal. I want to open it quickly. Before we cross over to MD, all you have to do is this: share and like. The more you share, make sure that we are everywhere. Take a look at this. Foxy, this is from us, out of the pocket, from you, your Wi-Fi. You've done a great job building up to this masterclass. I just have to reward you and say, well done. I want to say, I still have another one. There's still a time to be given away. There's a number of things that we're about to give away. Okay, so get ready, start sharing, keep sharing, keep sharing, keep sharing. Invite your friends to tell their friends that we are live, Okay, cool. Now, we are about to cross over to our MD, Eric. We're about to cross over to our MD, Eric. We're about to cross over. MD Eric, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Good morning.
Samona.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Launch business leaders. Yes, good morning. At Launch, it's always morning. We have good morning, and in South Africa, our Good Fridays. So every Friday is Good Friday. Do you know why? If you got paid yesterday from Launch, please type cash focus. It brings me great joy to welcome you in our second masterclass. This masterclass are for you, my leader. It's time for all of us to learn from leaders that have been there and achieved their dreams. Today, I hope you get inspired. Well, this is our second month in 2021. Let's work together to achieve your goals and see your dreams come to life. Launch is a platform where poor or rich can be able to change their lives for the better. Get your pen and paper ready as we begin, and keep sharing the link. Better life, better future. Lembo leader, I'm going to hand over to you. Thanks.
Better life, better future. Better life, better future, better life, better future. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, MD. We're looking forward to a wonderful 2021. We're looking forward to all the opportunities and the exciting things that are coming. Yes, at Longreach, it is always good morning. And I know today is Saturday. Some of you had a wonderful morning because you got paid yesterday. Your cash focus. Now, leaders, keep sharing, liking the video. I hope you are ready. We are starting. Can you feel it? We are starting. Can you feel it? I'm getting excited. We're picking up the momentum. Still a lot of speakers to come up. We have, hey, who else do we have? Hey, we have Apostle Daniel still coming. We have Cargo coming. We've got SD Charles. We've got SD Papa Solo. We've got Dr. Lisejo. We've got Dr. David Molap. A lot of things. I'm hoping that this masterclass, it becomes your turnaround in your business. I'm hoping this masterclass becomes that moment where you call it aha moment, where you redirect your life and build your business. Leaders, this is our business. Right now, I'm going to hand over to SD Cargo. Cargo, I'm calling you SD by faith. I know you are an SD in the making. You've got all the qualities, my brother. You already won. Let me hand over to Cargo. Cargo, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, my leader. I'm here, my SD. How are you doing? Good morning, everyone. Yo, I was like rushing. Hey, I just got here now. So, yeah, all the way.
I am super.
Yeah. I was busy pumping PVs, you know that. Hey, me and PVs. Okay, good morning, everyone. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Let's talk about PVs. Who am I? My name is Cargo. Cargo from Polokwane, Limpopo. Original, born and bred. Okay, leaders, Cargo joined the business in 2018. Thanks to my upline, Matshepo. She's the one who introduced me into the business. And yeah, I love it. Joining in 2018, it's like at the time when I joined the business, there were trips here and there. By that time, I believe that the leaders who qualified earlier went to Dubai. And by that time, they were busy with the preparation or qualification for Hollywood. Obviously, I did not make it because, I mean, I found it was right in the middle when I joined the business. But believe in me, China trip came into the, when the China trip starts, I was inside. I was in the system, busy building the team, and then I did not qualify that. That was in 2018, yes. I did not qualify, but I told myself, oh, no, my time is coming. I mean, in China, we have trips to go to China on a yearly basis. So I said, no, this one I will do it next year. I think I was short of around about 3,250 or 3,300 PVs. So when I checked, it was way over. When you calculate with the PVs, with the toothpaste, and then it was way over 45,000. I said, no, I'll see it next year. Let me go back and build my business, and then get ready for the coming one. 2019, Malaysia came. I did qualify. I worked hard for it. Me and my team, of course. After Malaysia, we had Greece. I also qualified there. And then China, I also qualified there. So 2020, there was Brazil. I qualified. And Tanzania, I also qualified there. And also China and Thailand, which ended this year. I qualified. Back to school, those are my things. Just to hoy petrol here and there. So, leaders, what I just want to share with you, money is in Longreach. There is a lot of money. Because when I joined the business, after Matsepo presented the business to me, I had of the incentives and the PVs, which we are not losing the PVs. And then I said, this is a good business for me. So that is why I joined and I rushed for it. Let me just share something with you. I know I've got 3 hours to talk, and then because I'm a Diamond 5 and above, so Lenovo at least managed to add in 15%, the Diamond 5 and above, that 15% increment. So now let's check on the incentive. I'll talk of maybe 2 incentives. It will depend on the time. Say you're a pre-diamond, starting the business today, or you started last week or last month or last year. Pre-diamond up to diamond 4. Let's look into the car incentives. The car incentive for you to qualify 80,000 Rand as a pre-diamond to diamond 4, meaning diamond 4 and going down below. So what you do is you need a total PVs of 75,000. 75,000 PVs, then you will qualify 80,000. How do you do that? Each leg must at least have 25,000. You need to make 25,000 in each leg. Leg A, leg B, leg 3. In Longreach, we only have 3 legs, right? Not plenty, just 3. And then you start helping those legs to grow as you get the PVs from that side. So you just need to do 25,000 PVs on each leg. And please, remember, sponsor people. You can sponsor as many as possible because you're going to put them under your placement while you are busy doing that. Then when you sponsor, at least you must sponsor with 1,000 PVs. 1,000 PVs, maybe you might sponsor with saying you must be, for you to qualify this 80,000, you must be maybe diamond 5. No, it's not like that. But believe me, when you qualify this incentive, automatically you're gonna go to diamond 5 if you are balancing your legs right. Because for you to be diamond 5, you need three legs. Each leg must at least have, on your for you to be diamond 5, you need 2 diamond 4s at least in each leg. Obviously, those 2 diamond 4s, there are 2 diamond 3s under them, which it makes them diamond 4s. Those diamond 3s, they've got their own diamond 2s. And then diamond 2s, that is where it makes them to diamond 3, diamond 4, they've got 15,000. You see now you're working on a 15,000 PVs, 25,000 PVs, where it's way over 15,000 for diamond 4. As long as the legs are balancing right. Yes, I understand we need to pull from the bottom, but when you do that, do it in a strategic that you want to qualify the incentives. Never rush for any rank in Longreach, because just work on your legs, When you're done with your legs, with the PVs required, then automatically you can go. All right. So one will say, how do I achieve the 75,000 PVs as a pre-diamond or diamond 4? It's easy. Normally what I do, because I don't take or maybe look into my team and says, there's PV, go, this PV is not answering my phone. So you don't look at your team as the PVs. You look at them like business partners. So what I do is I just give myself a target and say, okay, for me to be able to achieve this trip incentive or any incentive or a promotion that may come, I divide it amongst, I normally take the toothpaste because it's got 5 PVs and everyone can use the toothpaste. So it makes it easy for me to, when I do my calculation as to how do I get to do that. So let's say in each leg, you need to have 25,000. How do you get there? So you can say, okay, if I were to sell at least 417 toothpaste in a month for each leg, then I'll be able to achieve that. You can say, okay, in a week, because remember, at the end of the day, you're supposed to sell total of 15,000 PVs. I mean, 15,000 toothpaste. You can just cut it down. Now you're just gonna go down and say, okay, 15,000. So meaning in each leg, for me to qualify to have 25,000, I need 5,000 PVs. I mean 5,000 toothpaste, which will give me 25,000 PVs on each leg. So how do you do that? You say, okay, 5,000 divided on a 12 months and see what now. Okay, now you need to sell at least 470. You can just round it down to 400 toothpaste on a weekly basis. I mean a monthly. So, and then you cut it down again to weekly, where you're gonna have to sell at least 104 toothpaste in a week per leg for you to qualify that. Or you can even turn it down to 15 toothpaste in a day times 3. So meaning on a daily basis, it's just for balancing 3 legs, you'll need to sell 45 toothpaste. Okay, so if you do that, because remember, these PVs, they are coming from either through upgrade, maintenance, or repeat order. You can also go down to, I always tell my team, when you do this, at least try by all means to take the higher package, like the one for 150,000, where you need 120 total PVs, where with 40,000 PVs on each leg. Then in that case, you will be able to achieve it. Remember, if you do the 40,000 on each leg for this car leader incentive, if you do 40,000, if there will be any other promotion or incentive in between, with that target that you gave yourself, trust me, believe in me, you're gonna achieve it because it's easy. On the 12, on this one, you're gonna need to sell at least 8,000 toothpaste on a daily basis. I mean, for each leg, 8,000 toothpaste for each leg, where you need about 667 toothpaste a month per leg, and 167 toothpaste a week per leg, or maybe 24 toothpaste a week. I mean, a day for three legs. Each leg at least sell at least 24 toothpaste on each leg on a daily basis. And then when you look at Diamond 5 plus, Diamond 5 and above, for that car leader incentive, you need about 200,000 PVs. And then again, you need to sponsor at least 6,000 PVs. So if you sponsor people joining with the 60 PVs, yeah, it's gonna take you a bit of a time, but you will get there because this is for the whole year. All right. So, and then on that leg, you will need at least 60,000 PVs on each leg. 60,000 PVs on each leg. You sponsored 6,000 PVs. Obviously, you put it under your downline, your legs, under your success lines, and then you do the 60,000 on each leg. Again, they says you need at least 15% of your last year's PVs, which is the increment of that. So, say for instance, how do you work out the 15%? Last year, that is the group, what is required with the 60,000 on each leg, as well as the 90,000 for that last year's 15% increment. Like right now, we're busy pushing the big one. Like as I said before, when I do go for any challenge, I always go for the top one, the 500,000 PVs, where it needs 540,000 PVs with 180,000 on each leg, 180,000 PVs on each leg, then with plus the 15% as well. 15%, if it is like last year you did about 1 million PVs, 15% will be around about 150,000. So plus the 500 required, 500,000 PVs, it will give you 690,000 PVs. So you can still work it out again the same way as I did with the toothpaste, where you'll need about 108,000 toothpaste. It's easy because when you cut it down into weeks and months and days, because per month you need to sell at least 15,000 toothpaste. And then weekly, you need to do about 3,750 on each leg. Remember, I just did it for one leg, and then you know that you need to do it for 3 legs. And then 535 toothpaste a day times 3 legs. How can you do that? You can, because you're running a business, you can still employ people. Get people, those, especially those who say they don't wanna join the MLM, it's a scam and everything. Get them, hire them, get them to help you to sell the products. They can take the whole commission, or maybe you can just remain with about 5 rand extra just for you to cater for deliveries and everything. But you know that the bottom line is you don't need a commission. They can keep their own commission. You buy the toothpaste for 85 rands, then you can say to them, I need at least 90 rand on that, or 87 rand. You know that the 2 rand or the 5 rand extra is to help you to go back using the transport for just those logistics to go and order again and give it to them. They can sell as many as possible. If they want to sell for 110, 120, that is their own commission. They're going to give you what you, maybe the one you agreed on. So in that case, you will be pushing what? The PVs. We push the PVs will encourage each and every person to make money. Because remember, I don't go with that. I remember SD and other leaders yesterday, they sent in this other message that say, whenever you send a message into the group and then you find out no one is saying anything, if they are still happy, so you should know why you're still getting there. So there will be a time where, like as this Nokuthula mentioned earlier, there will be a time where it is tough. You send a message into the group, no one is saying anything. And then at that one, it should not break your spirit. It should not break you, because you set yourself a target. When you set yourself a target that I'm gonna do this, don't put your target or base your target on your downlines. Like as I said, don't look at your downline and say, there's my PV over there. Okay, so I see leadership is coming over, but yeah, and then again, now we are busy with the Dream Vacation Incentive, which is happening, and then most of leaders, I see we've got this challenge where we say, do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes to qualify there. Sell toothpaste, sell anything that you want to do in order for you to get the PVs under your downlines. Okay. Lenovo, am I still fine? Am I still okay? Time. Leadership?
David, go there. I can't say nothing. Tell me when to speak or fix them. Hey, cargo.
Yes, leadership.
Boss, if there's one person when they speak, you must listen, is cargo. He's not luggage, he's cargo. Meaning, he's going for the big ones. He's going for the big ones. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, cargo is one man. When he tells you a strategy, you must listen, because he has done it himself. all the incentives. He's got them. I'm not joking. He's the big man. Cargo, I just want to thank you, my brother. I'm bowing to you and say, hey, Wena, we must do this trip together shortly. Dream Vacation, we will be together. Selling, we are doing it. Downlines, forecasting, we are doing it. Awesome. I want to quickly announce some of the 5 people that have won so far. What did they won? The 1 gig SIM card with 1 gig courtesy of Cargo Connect, Cargo Connection. So Cargo has got sponsored us with 21 gig SIM cards. So it's preloaded already, so you can do your business easily. Prudence, Balwa, Desire, Bangulu, Kabu, Chantel, Chanda, Mabanga, Caesar, Dube, Virginia. These are the people so far that we're still going with only, it's actually the first 6. We keep sharing, invite your friends, do the watch parties. I can't wait for this one. This is my, you've got brothers and then you've got covenant brothers. Now, the one that is coming next is the man who's got the right to tell me when I fall off. You understand? This is the man this is a wonderful brother of mine, Apostle Daniel. We've gone gear 1, gear 2, gear 3. We are taking off now. My Apostle, are you there?
Thank you so much. I'm here.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Let me just try and just kill my lights. Thank you so much, Lonabo and the team. What a beautiful day. I want to appreciate this great moment and this great opportunity. I want to appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you, to everyone that has already spoken so far. Cargo, that was wonderful. I just want to appreciate you in the name of Jesus. I'm a pastor and I'm an apostle, and I believe in Christ. Thank you so much. I see David Malabo already connected. I appreciate the man of God and all the other speakers that are still, are yet to come. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a beautiful time. I'm still trying to get my technician to give me the better light. So he's not giving me what I want. Pastor Mtuli, can you give me these lights and kill these lights at the back? Thank you so much. Now, let me quickly see how to share these slides with you. I want to share something quickly. This technology. Okay. I'm trying to share. Okay. Let's see. The beautiful theme that we have, today, it is simply, a theme that says, Vuka, arise. And I believe that will be, rising to the occasion in this season. It's on my site. Quickly, this is the slide I want to use. Okay. I'm not sure if now the slide is visible on your side. I've tried to share it. I tried to share this particular slide. Okay. I seem to be struggling with it, but it's okay. Let me go without it. But I really wanted it. My technical team, please come and help here. Make sure that I have this beautiful slide here. Okay. Let me drag it and see what happens. Arise. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure if it's visible on your side, but nonetheless, arise. Okay, thank you so much. Lona, can you just confirm if you are able to see my slide titled Arise? Hello? Hello?
We can see.
Are you able to see the slide? Wonder what's happening here. Hello over there? Hello?
Can you tell us?
Hello? Hello?
We can see. We can see. We are clear, Apostle. We are clear.
I'm not sure what's happening over here.
We can
You
hear
can see it. Oh, thank you so much. Now, this is Arise, and I hope I'm much audible. Now, look, let me just quickly set the scene. What inspired the teaching of today? It is basically a scripture found in the book of John, chapter 5, verse 1 to 9. We're not going to go into that. It talks about, a particular pool that existed in a particular place, called, Bethesda, and great things were happening there, in that pool. And, after a stirring of the pool, a lot of people got healed and so many miracles took place. Now, it says in this pool, it did not matter your situation, it did not matter what you were going through. If you enter in that pool after the stirring of the water, if you're the first one, immediately it is said, then your condition will be addressed. Now, 38 years later, then comes Jesus to the same pool. We know the story. He finds a man that has been there 38 years. And this man, has been there close to the proximity of the pool, but he never actually, got to get into the pool first. And this man was very close enough. He was close enough, but not yet not connected, to the pool. Just like your electricity cable, which is, next to the power socket, but not connected there. So even though there is electricity, you'd realize that there will be no flow of the power. We are told of the woman also where the issue of the blood, who upon touching Jesus, Jesus felt the power coming out out of him, and he said, "Who touched me?" So now this also is just to paint a picture that a person is able to be at a position or at a place where things are happening and still be a spectator and not experience what others are experiencing. You can be able to be in the platform where people are making money and becoming financially free, and you yourself, are not enjoying that financial freedom. This is just to, set the scene. Now, this man who was there for 38 years, look at it, he was close enough, not connected, but then he begins to blame other people, for his condition. He says, when they say to him, "Do you want to get well?" The first response says, "I have no one, to get me into the pool and the water is there." Now, immediately he blames others, meaning that he's not taking responsibility, for his own life in order to change it. And many of us today, we may be, in the long reach business, and we are busy blaming those who are, our upliners and those that are in our teams. You say, "My team has scattered," and you are blaming even your upliners. And because you are, you're not dealing with this problem, you continue to shift the blame. You are not actually addressing the problem. Now, Jesus, having known that this guy has been there for a very long time, he then said, "You want to get well?" And that was very, it was and that became a defining moment. This man, he had stayed long in one place. And many of us, we really need to get to a place where there is a total turnaround. We change our situation, and our situation begins the day we stop blaming others, for our misfortunes. The day we start blaming the environment for our misfortune, the day we stop blaming the government, the ANC or the apartheid government, for our misfortune. The day we choose, to take things, into our own hands and begin to act responsibly, to turn things around, it is the day we are going to change things. And I was just saying this actually to set the scene, and I'm leading you somewhere. Now you need to understand, partners, that for you to be able to experience a particular change, you need to be able to, provoke that change. It's a chain reaction. When you do certain things, they actually lead to other things in that reaction. So one man said, you cannot do the same thing all the time and expect different results, meaning that it is a particular action that stimulates or provokes a particular reaction. Now, having said this about this poor man, I want to now zoom into you and to me, that when we came into this business opportunity, we all had dreams and aspirations. There are things we wanted to achieve. There are dreams we wanted to attain. But along the way, we became derailed. Along the way, we became discouraged. Along the way, negativity within the environment, and especially now with the COVID, the environment, you can be able to unlock the generational wealth despite the lockdown economy. And that's why I wanted to go. It is very much possible for you to unlock, the generational economy, regardless of the lockdown situation that we find ourselves in. Now, for this to happen, there are certain keys that you need to be able to access. There are certain keys that you need, to act upon. And one of those keys, it is found in this foundational scripture that says to us, a good man leaves an inheritance, to his children's children. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner will eventually find its way into the hands of the righteous, for whom it is laid up for. Now imagine that, meaning that it is a principle that a good man, must be able to leave an inheritance, not only for his children, but for his grandchildren. How will this thing happen? The best remedy to be able to realize this scripture, it is actually being able to understand the mindset that unlocks the mystery of wealth that is locked into this divine principle. And what is that mystery? Now remember, it says a good man is the one who has a burden of responsibility to leave an inheritance to his children's children. Now, how do you do that? And I have put a graph there to be able to show you just how to do it. And this is what I'm going to do in order to break it down. I want us now to focus on the yellow arrow. That yellow arrow, I'm going to show you something there. Now, on the axis there, you see 0, 50, 80, 110, and 140. I'm actually putting into practice, Proverbs 13:22. A good man, this is you in the yellow, is the one that is able to leave an inheritance to his children's children. Now, this is what we call generational, legacy. You are able, you are tasked, you are mandated, you are expected and required to be able to leave a legacy, to leave the generations that are coming beyond you with something beautiful and valid. Now, this is what it means. We know that the life expectancy of man is 80 years. If you have lived well, we say you are able to live 80 years. Now, you are in the 80 years, what we call generation number 1. But the Bible says you must be able to leave inheritance for your children's children. So let's say the green arrow there represents your children and the blue arrow there represents your grandchildren. Now, how do we then come into this, into this reality? Now, this is you are born at a particular time, and as you grow, you're born, you go to school, around your 30s, you start to work. Maybe you work, you have children, around that time, and by the time you get 50 years, you are at the peak of your career. You are enjoying your career. You are at the peak. You are at the prime of your career. And we know that by age 65, you'll be entering into a retirement age. Now, the normal traditional educational system says you need to work very hard so that by the time you get into your 60, 65, when you go to pension, you have enough money, you have enough money that, is able to sustain you until you are 80. Hopefully, by the time you die, you know, something, a little something will be left, you know, for your children. That is what our traditional education that will be able to sustain those in the third generation. Now, what then must happen for this to happen? And for this to happen, it means you then have a responsibility to become a founding father of wealth in your family. You are the one to break every barrier. You are the one to break every cycle of limitation. You are the one to make life that is meaningful, you know, that is going to enhance and improve the lives of those that are coming after you. Now, this is what's going to happen. Now, when you start today to take serious financial decisions, you arise today, you start to do certain things with your time, you make decisions with your life that will make sure that you are laying a foundation of wealth, you know, that your children and their children will be able to build upon. That is what I'm going to be helping you, to do. Now, what we do is here, we say you'll be able to build yourself into a particular business so that you reach a level where you are sustainable, you know, in businesses, so that your children, which is the second generation now, you know, if you look into it, they are able to build from where you have, where you end, it is where they begin, and they are able to pass it on to the next generation. I'm going to show you something. I'll come back to the slide, you know, in a minute. I want to show you something now here. Now, what happens is when you start on a journey, I call you generation number one, you are required to make certain sacrifices. You are required, you know, to endure certain pains, you know, because it is not easy to begin life. You know, all of us now here, even the person in the yellow, the first generation, we are working well at the peak of our career, earning money, having a bond house, having a beautiful, car that is financed, by the bank, and hopefully, but you are having some pension money, you know, stored aside. Now things look a bit, you know, you need to make certain sacrifices and say, our situation now, when you look at the table below, it says, it's in the yellow, you know, for generation one, it says it is a struggling generation. Why do I call it a struggling generation? It is a struggling generation because even though we are educated, even though people are, you know, staying in bond houses, are able to drive financed vehicles, when you look into their income less their expenses, it gets into the minus, meaning that these people are only surviving from month to month, or from day to day, or even from year to year. So these people, this category in the yellow, cannot be able to leave an inheritance for their children or even their children's children. And if things remain like this, you know, if you do not arise, if you don't rise up to this reality, it means you're going to die having not laid a wealth foundation for the coming generations. Now, the second group of the people, now when you look at it, when you begin to make certain sacrifices that I was talking about, you wanted to, but you are investing every cent, every coin, you know, in your life, so that you are able to build a wealth foundation for those that are coming. Now, all of a sudden, you're having a surplus. It can be 100 rand, that's surplus, and you deploy that 100 to grow it into 1,000. You are now taking the 1,000 into the investment, you know, channels and streams, and you are able to take the 1,000 and grow it into 10,000 until it goes into hundreds of thousands. Now, when you look into the third, you know, line, which is the blue called success, you know, now at that level, apologies for that, at that level of success, now you start to have more income, meaning that you have developed for yourself about a minimum of 3 income streams. When you have these 3 income streams, now you have actually built a wealth that will sustain even the generations to come. We talk about the Motsipe family, we talk about the Maponya family as an example. You may talk about the Rupert family, you know, the Oppenheimer family. You know, when you look into their wealth, you know, it took years, a grass-whopping years, you know, of sacrifices. But today, their children and their children's children are having a solid foundation upon which to build. Now, when you have at least 3 streams of income, now you are able to move into the last phase, which I call the phase of significance or of rest, where you are able to live your purpose. You are able now no longer to eat for yourself, but you have enough for yourself, enough for your family, enough for your generations. Now you are actually having enough to invest towards the society. When you want to do foundations, you no longer depend on sponsors. You are able to sponsor whatever dream that you have. These are the 4S, realities of of this kind of a person that I'm talking about, who you are either struggling now, you are either stable now, you are either succeeding, or you are either at a significant stage. Now, for this thing to happen, like I said, this is the journey. When you get to generation 3, that at that level we say there is too much prosperity and abundance. Now, listen to this. Now, for this thing to happen, it means the yellow, the parent, the founder parent in the family, which is you now, you need to sacrifice. You need to make sure that instead of having one stream of income, you need to optimize, optimize your time and invest your energy, even in platforms like Long Reach. I have got examples within the platform, Long Reach platform, people who were employed in the system, who were surviving, and finally, because of this platform, they started to generate money that enabled them to increase their streams of income. The one that spoke before me, my brother Cargo, he started on Long Reach, and with Long Reach, he managed to buy a Vodacom outlet, and that is one of his many streams of income. Other Long Reach, to be a founding parent of wealth in your family, ladies and gentlemen, you will be able to sacrifice. Now, remember, when you are in the network marketing space, you will experience a lot of rejection. And these rejections will not deter you. At times, your team will scatter, and this scattering of teams will not deter you, because your goal, your objective, it is not about you becoming financially free only. It is about securing the legacy, of wealth for the 3rd generation. Now, listen to this. If now you get to your peak at the age of 50 and you are building your businesses instead of traditional employment, now see what happens to the green generation, which is your children. By the time they are born at in your 30s, then they will live up to about their 80 years, will end in about 110 years. Now look at them. Now you'll begin to see that the choices you have made have actually increased your peak, of career, your peak of fulfillment. The spend there is a bit higher. You begin to start to realize that the more you build, the more you sacrifice. Look at the blue, which is the 3rd generation. When you die at age 80, look at that vertical, line, that vertical line. You begin to see that there is that mounting, that escalating, and that growing, trend that begins to show that you are actually retiring into life fulfilled and not fatigued. You are retiring into life, not stressed up. And even when you pass on, you will be able to work, because these are your businesses. You are no longer going to retire at 65. You are still able to keep yourself busy, either running foundations, charity, and also running your businesses. Now listen to this. Imagine living a life where a day before you die, or even hours before your death, you are still able to sign a business contract that will secure the destiny of your children and your grandchildren. Imagine that beautiful life. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am calling upon you to say, arise, do not be discouraged. Do not remember you had your big why when you joined the business. Do not be discouraged because of the prevailing, circumstances now. Do not be discouraged because of the things that we are going through at this current moment. Just be able to realize that you are the parent who must make sacrifices that are dire. You need to realize you are the founding parent of wealth for your generations, and therefore you are required to sacrifice more. Now, with all your sacrifices, the subsequent generations, generation 2 and 3, will be able to have a better life and a better future. And that's what, and that is the vision of Long Reach. That's what we say Long Reach means better life, better future. Now, having said this, in closing, I just want to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, You know, go back into your business, go back into your teams. Do not postpone, you know, your responsibility. Do not negate your responsibility. Do not quit because your team is dysfunctional. Do not quit because of the challenges within the economic space. I want to say to you, Tina, I want to say to you, be strong. I want to say, go back to the drawing board. When you started Long Reach, you started it alone. You can rebuild alone from this time forward. With these few words, let me say thank you. Let me say, may the Lord bless you and God bless you. Thank you so much for the opportunity, but I wish and I hope you will be the founding father of wealth in your family, and God bless you.
Thank you, Apostle. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you've learned something from Apostle, type on the comment section, wealth, wealth, wealth. Type wealth, 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 wealth. Have you learned anything? Are you getting excited like I am? Woo! I'm going to have to go back and watch and rewatch these things over and over. I'm going to have to sit down tomorrow and just watch over and over and over. Listen, keep sharing, remember, I still have another cell phone to give away. My intention is to make sure today I give away this phone. I still have 14 what? SIM cards to give away. I cannot wait for the next SD, the big boss of the global bosses. This is the author of the book called Disruptor. He is the man. I attended his course. I was disrupted. Now what am I saying to you? Let's look forward to the next exciting speaker all the way from Nigeria. Give him a warm welcome and type big boss, big boss, big boss, big boss on the comment section. Thank you, SD Charles.
I'm with you. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? I'm so excited to be in your midst through this meets. You know, everything is Charles Tambo. I'm the boss of the Global Bosses. I'm an entrepreneur, a trainer, a coach, a mentor to so many people, and your newest hustle in town. Today, I'll be sharing with us multi-million-dollar organizational secrets. How many of us here want to be a millionaire? How many of us here? I want you to drop $1 million earner. I want to be a $1 million earner this year. Drop that in the comment if truly you want to make the money. You've heard what the speaker said. There is money in our platform. There's money in our business, and I like talking about the money. But before the money, there are certain things you need to do. So this is going to be a quick one because of the time. So I want to see your comments. Let me see your comments. If you really truly want to earn $1 million, want to be a millionaire, I want you to drop 111 in the comment. Drop that in the comments. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. We all know what to do for us to become a multi-millionaire. But many of us are not doing what we are supposed to do. We know how to do it. We know what exactly to do, but we don't do it. Now, the question is, what do you think one has to do in our business in Long Reach for one to be a multi-millionaire? I came into the system 2 years ago. Came into Long Reach 2 years ago. I was broke. I was in a debt of over $40,000. My children were at home when others were taking their children to school. Things were tough with me. I was evicted from my home by my landlord. The money I used in coming on board this business, it was someone's money. My hotline used that money to register me. But because I knew what I needed to do for me to get to where I am, immediately I joined the business, I went all out and I started doing it. Today, your opportunity to receive so many comments. What do we need to do to be successful in our business? Drop it in the comments. Let me see your comments. The first comment, you get a gift. We'll get a gift, and I'll communicate the gift to our host today. Let me see your comments in the comments. Let's be interactive in this section quickly. I like the feedback one we're giving. So that's nice, wonderful. Well, look, we know what to do, but we don't do it. What are those things we need to do? I like your comment. Veronica Ansi was the first person who commented. And I can see Bola comment, build your team. Well, look at the screen. You will see what we need to do to get to where we are. You said you should do. We need to get organized. We need to purge our clutters. Anything that is distracting us in our business. We need to set time for business and work, and set time for family. Set time for working out. But why is it that after knowing that we need to do all these things, we don't do them? Many of us joined Longbridge, and we are doing the business like an hobby, instead of treating the business as a business. You need to treat the business like a new job. If you are going to your workplace, you know the time you should go to your workplace, and you know the time you should close. The same way, you need to also treat your business. Have a schedule of what you need to do daily, weekly, monthly in your business. Now, if you don't have these things in mind, if you don't do all these things, do you know what is costing you? When you consider the cost of not doing what you're supposed to do in your business for you to become successful, I think that will help you to go do what you need to do to become successful. Now let's move on. What's the cost of not doing what you're supposed to do? Your relationship will become tense. There are two things that is causing families problem, especially those who are married: money and sex. Money and sex. I want you to drop that in the comments. Money and sex. And so because we are organized doing the things we need to do in our business to become successful, it causes our relationship. And most times we start quarreling with our family members, family friends. It's costing your children not going to the best school. I remember when I had no money, my children were at home when others were taking their children to school. That was what it was costing me then when I was not all in my business. You are in debt because you are not doing the activities you're supposed to do. Your enterprise is costing you more money than you are bringing in. It's also costing you your health. Many of us are not healthy because we refuse to do the things necessary to make money for us to live a healthy life. Imagine you in this business in Longbridge, having the money, at the same time using the product for yourself. Will you not be healthy? Will your family not be better? That is what we are sharing with you today. So, but many of us are afraid because we are internalizing other people's fear. And it's also costing us our business. Because of the fear of others, we refuse to go and do what is necessary for us to grow our business. So the number one enemy of success is one thing: lack of organization. I've seen people who would have done well in this business, but because they lack the skill of organizing themselves. They refuse to join our business. And after joining the business, or those who join the business, they refuse to do what is necessary for them to grow their business. And that's why I picked this topic for your business. It should be 1 hour, and you should go 100% of that 1 hour without any distraction. Organize your contacts. It's not when you want to start your day, you start organizing, looking at your phone of what you need to do. You need to organize your contact. I'm going to talk more about this quickly. Set yourself up in your business. Set time for prospecting and following up. This is the meat to our business. Have clear conversation with people. Then stay strong. If you're not strong, there is no way you will have the energy to build your business. The question is, are you the CEO or the receptionist to your business? Are you the CEO or the receptionist? Are you in charge of your business? Do you rely on your hotline to do your business for you? Or do you go all into your business? When I came into this business, fine, I had an upline, but I sacked my upline immediately because I knew that for me to have success in my business has to do with me. If it's to be, it is up to you. If it's to be, it's up to me. Write that in the comment, type it in the comments. It is up to you. Now, drop in the comment, I am the CEO of my life. You are in charge. It is your organization. Fine, we are all in Long Reach. And I know some people in other countries are also watching us from different parts of the world. But the truth is that we've been given a platform to be our own boss. That's why I'm the global boss. And I hope our wish is for you to become your own boss. Now that you are the CEO of your life, how will you treat your organization? How will you treat your business? What kind of people do you recruit to join you to help you run your organization? Those are the questions you need to ask yourself. Take responsibility. Be willing to resist your nature. If truly you are the CEO, 5 steps to be a CEO. If truly you are the CEO, be willing to resist your nature. Your nature is you don't used to wake up early to do your business. You need to wake up early. You need to do things on time. If you don't know how to talk to people, be willing to resist that by learning how to talk to people. Our business doesn't even require you being a professional talker, because most times what we do is copy and paste. Those are the things we do. We copy and paste skillfully. That's why I love what one of my mentors said. He said, if you copy the right cards, you will be successful. So feel the pain of resisting your nature. Ask yourself what you can do and take action. I take massive action doing it. What is important? Income producing activity. That's what is important. Schedule time for income producing activity, IPA. What are those income producing activity? 1, looking for people. 2, talking to them. Looking for people is called prospecting. Talking to them is called presenting. Following up the people you've spoken to. Following up. Then 4, making them to sign up. Collecting the money. If you've not collected the money, you've not done business. Some of us will make a call, will call someone after making the first call because the person said, on Monday, I'm going to come on board, we stop making call. That is not what will give you money until you have until you have received the money, until the person has signed up, the person is not yet on board. Make the next call. Stop being excited because of one call or one person who has promised you to join your business. I don't know if you get the memo of that. I don't know if you get that message. Drop 111 if you get it. Stop being excited and wasting all your time because of one person who has promised to join your business. Until the person joins your business, the person has not joined. So focus your time on income producing activity. Prospect. You need to take care of yourself. Don't abandon your family because you are doing this business. No. The business makes us closer to our family. I'm a stay-at-home dad as a result of this business. And that's the opportunity we have here. Use a paper planner where you can view the entire week at a glance. Then every day, end your day before you start it. Tonight, write out what you want to do tomorrow instead of waiting till tomorrow before writing it out. Because if you wait till tomorrow before you do that, before you know, you spend the whole day planning. Plan the day before you start it. Plan the week before you start the week. Plan the month before you start the month. Plan the year 2021 before you start it. Arise quickly and do all this. Stop wasting time. Know where you are going. If you don't have direction, there's no way you have success in this business. So, $1 million tip. If it's not written, it is not happening. So whatever you want to achieve this day, this week, this month, this year, make sure you've written it out. Big question, how do I organize my contacts? Use a notebook. Many of us have our phones. We prospect people, we take their numbers, and the numbers get lost on our phones. I don't know how many of us have experienced that. When you got home looking for the number, it takes time for you to locate the number. If you have experienced board in your house where you put the contact, post it on your screen or bedroom. Create a reminder in your Outlook or iCal. $1 million tip. What is at the forefront of our mind is at the forefront of our action. If you're not taking massive action, it means your mindset is not set. You need to have the right mindset for you to take massive action. Why is it important for you to write? According to this book by Henriette Annencloser, says that writing triggers the RAS, which in turn sends a signal to the cerebral cortex. Wake up, pay attention, don't miss this detail. According to Harvey Mackay, he said, do the things that make the most money first. Stop wasting time on social media, liking and commenting. Do the things that makes the most money first. And so writing helps you to pay attention when you write. Big question, how do I prioritize? Set your priorities straight. God first for me and my family. We are spiritual. I don't know about you. Everything God first. After God, my health and my family, business, self-love, giving back, and fun. These are my priorities. So set yours. Have what prioritize. Set your standard. What you want to achieve for the day. $1 million tip. You cannot give from a well that is empty. For you to be a good leader in your organization, you have to be trained to be a good leader. You can't, if your team is not successful, it means there's something wrong with you. So you have to work on you. Build yourself. Imagine a house with a water tank. If there is no water in the tank, there's no way the closet can have water the apartment can have water. You have to fill up the water tank before the apartment can have water. So the same thing, build yourself for you to be able to build your organization. So use a notebook the night before, write out exactly what you are doing and who you are going to contact with your phone number, write it out. Your top 3 goals. Take 3 actions toward each goal. Big question. How do I deal with unsupportive family members? Because I see a lot of us say, my husband is not supporting me, my wife, my children. What's your perspective? Are you sending confusing message? Because you told your family that this business is not going to take your time, that you're going to have time for them, and you're not having time for them. You are sending a confusing message. Are you working too hard and not making money? That means you're not doing the right activity. You're sending the wrong message. Are you treating your business like a hobby instead of treating your business like a job? Do you have let go trying to control people, especially the husbands in the house who like controlling their family without discussing with them what they are into? Or are you open to seeking help? These are questions that will help you see how you can make your family support you. The last is $1 million tip. External chaos is a symptom of internal chaos. If something is not wrong, if something is wrong in your house, externally, it affects you. So make sure that whatever you are doing with your family, with your friends, with anyone around you, does not affect your business. If you have relationship strings, make sure you settle those relationships so that it doesn't affect whatever you are doing. These are the tips. I hope you got memo. I hope you enjoy this training. I hope this training helps you to arise and go all out to do your. Thank you very much, Luambo. Thank you for what you are doing, and thank you everyone for being part of this training.
The Lion of Africa. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Are you the receptionist or the CEO of your life? Are you the receptionist or the CEO of your life? If you are the CEO, type CEO. I'm learning today. Today, I am learning a lot of things. Now, listen, this next challenge is for this phone. So this phone will give it away. But this is what I want you to do. I want you to do this. Take a picture with your favorite long reach product. Take a picture with your favorite long reach product. And then put it up on your page. Tag us. So you post and then write hashtag masterclass and tag us, right? Yeah, do that for us. Then we will be checking that out. How many people have done that? Listen, you get rewarded for your action. It is an active participation. Yeah. Want to see if you are listening? Want to see if you are there? Want to see if you keep on sharing the video? I'm still going to announce more winners right now. This is the man who taught me the compensation plan. Everything right, I know I learned it from this man. Everything wrong, I know I learned it from myself. Papa Solo, it was 2016 when I met this man. Are you there, Papa?
All right. I think I can be heard now. I think I can be heard now. Hello, can you hear me? I'm here. Hello, can you hear me? I'm here. All right. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I strongly believe I can be heard, and I'm privileged to be here, especially to be lined up with these wonderful people. I had to rush through town and be seated by my computer because this is a rare moment that I strongly believe we have to take advantage. Please give me some few moments. I have some feedback here I need to deal with.
Sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear us?
All right.
Papa Solo?
Hello.
All right. So, Papa Solo, you're
Yeah,
gonna give
tell
me a
him
signal
to do
when
the
you're ready.
second.
Signal when you're ready.
The second line,
Leaders,
my
let's do
second
this,
line should be
let's do this
unmuted.
as you
Not this.
continue. Take a favorite product and write there hashtag Longreach Masterclass. Put it up on your wall. Put it up on your wall. This is the challenge. Let's do this challenge together. Papa Sol, are you there?
All right. I think it's better now. It's better now. All right. Okay, good. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome everyone one more time, and I want to appreciate the organizers for this wonderful project, especially Mr. Loluwambo and team. Hey, Loluwambo, you just took my mind far back in 2016 when I first saw you, and I mean, I love the fire I saw, and you know what? I am so happy because we've come this far, not because we are special, not because we didn't go through pain, not because we have difficulties, not because we have challenges, but we came this far because we have been consistent. We have held on to the mandate, and it hasn't been easy, but we're able to make it this far. So I want to just share some few nuggets with all of you, and I don't want to be too much theoretical. I want to be very, very practical. That is why I don't call myself a motivational speaker. I choose to call myself an activational speaker. And what I'm about to share with you guys, please, if you're watching me on Facebook, I want you to type, I am important, and it's very, very crucial. Now, listen to me carefully. We all know that the rich rules over the poor. The rich rules over the poor. But who rules over the rich? It is the wise and the prudent that rule over the rich. The wise and the prudent. That is why in the Bible, even though Pharaoh was the king of Egypt, but Isaac, who had wisdom and who had discernment, was able to be the one that was ruling in charge of Egypt. I'm giving you this nugget because I really want us to see that the way forward in our industry, for that matter, our business, is wisdom. We need to catch that. And I want to just share some few nuggets with you that has personally helped me. for the past, say, 5 years that I've been with Long Range, I realized that most leaders, including myself, we have successfully raised motivational speakers than business builders. Please write it down. If you can hear me wherever you're watching me on Facebook, wherever you are watching, just type. We actually were raising motivational speakers rather than business builders. So everybody start a business and they want to be a motivational speaker. They want to be an inspirational speaker, which is wrong. And I wrote something here that our job is to help people perform better, think faster, and live better. Our job as business builders is to help people perform better, think better, and live better. And to do this, we have to be able to understand the fact that, look, we are here to build a business. How do we build a business? So in the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you, I don't talk too much, I want to be very brief because I have another call to catch. I want to share with you some things about how to build a business as a business builder. Quickly, let me share my slides. Yeah. If you can see, just type I can see. Just type I can see. If you can see, just type I can see. Awesome, 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 awesome. All right. So I want to share with us, how can we build our business better? How can we build our business better, especially in this era? Let me do something here so that I can go. You can see, just type I can see. Just type I can see. Just type I can see. All right. So in most cases, we raise people and everybody's ambition, everybody's aspiration, everybody's go-to is actually to become a manager in the business, to become somebody that manages people, but it's not so. Our business thrives on building. And for you to effectively and efficiently build your business, you have to be on the field. But I want to find out from people, how do I build my business? What do I need to do to build the business? So there's a project I'm doing, and I said, biology gives us or gives you a brain. Life turns the brain into a mind. That is Jeffrey Eugenides who said that. He said, biology gives you a brain. Life turns those brains into a mind. Please, it's very, very crucial. When we join this business, one of the key things that we have come, or we have, I think Apostle said something about we being able to build the people, building the business. And I always say, look, the reason we can't build is that we don't have the 5 steps to what forms a brain or the mind. And that is the dream, the marketing, the teamwork, the business, and then the startup. I don't want to go through this because this is a whole masterclass for on its own. I want to just jump this and go straight to what should I need to do, because I'm giving about some few minutes. So I want to just be brief and then rush out. But I want you to understand this. Until you have a dream, you can never start up. Your dream is actually the premises on which you build your business. So if your dream is not intact, you cannot go. So there's a concept I've developed called be a business builder. Please, if you can hear me on Facebook, wherever you are, just type be a business builder. Be a business builder. I call it the BBB, the small B and the big B's, the 2 big B's. Be a business builder. How do I become a business builder? In our industry, listen to me carefully. It's a very sensitive industry that if you don't take care and you don't really align yourself, you can easily sway and do the wrong thing. I usually call myself an entrepreneur, a business builder. So everything I put in myself is the lifestyle of an entrepreneur, the lifestyle of a business builder. How do business people hold their business? I want to share this with you because when you get hold of these, they are going to help you not only to be a network marketer, not only to jump from one company to another, but you have a conglomerate, you have a business you are building, you hold to that business and then you build it. Today, I plan not to fire. I don't want to fire. I don't want to be too radical. I want to just give you some nuggets and then I run away from here. So the number one step to building your business in this industry, especially we those in Long Range International, is to attract. Please write it down, attract. Attraction is what births result. Attraction is what brings people to you. Attraction is what people see on the outward of you. Listen, everything that is attractive, attract. When I say attraction, it's not just about your dressing. It's not just about how good you're looking. It's not just about how beautiful or pretty or handsome you are. No, attraction, I'm talking about strategic positioning. I'm talking about being able to position your business language, your business communication, that you become a go-to. You become an authority that everyone's go and seek for. Attraction is what births leadership. When you are attractive, people follow you. When you are attractive, people come to you directly. That is why there's a project I usually do called the Market Attraction Masterclass. When you're able to do the market attraction very well, at a point in time, you do nothing and people begin to look for you. At a point in time, you don't push much and people come to you because you have become attractive. Amazon is an attractive brand. Who are you? Who are you? Your number one work, your number one discipline, your number one quality, your number one project, your number one activity like you need to execute in this business in Long Range is stay attractive. Attract. Your job is to attract. When I'm going out, I ask myself, how is my shoe? How is my belt? How is my tie? How is my shirt? How is my cap? How is my watch? Because these are things that attract attention, that people will want to belong to me. You see, people always want to belong to what is attractive. Write it down. People will always want to belong to what is attractive. What is attractive about you? Listen, what is attractive about you might not necessarily be attractive about me. So you have to know your KPI. You have to know who you are. What is your strength? What are your derivatives? What do you do better? Who are you? Then make it attractive. It's very crucial. It's very important. It's very authentic. I can't overemphasize over attraction. It's very important. The moment you do this, you begin to put your business on autopilot. Most of us, the reason why our businesses are not on autopilot is that we have not become attractive. We are not attractive. People are not seeing what we are talking about. Number two, convert. You see, when you attract, you don't just allow people to come around you. The number two steps you take is to convert. If every discipline, every distributor, is a whole seminar on its own. Okay, there's a book I'm writing called Attraction. And in that book, I made mention of something that anytime you activate the force of attraction, you can get more than you can even handle. So you have to quickly convert, because there are timelines to convert from attraction to conversion. And when I talk about conversion doesn't necessarily mean they are joining your business to become partners. Conversion doesn't necessarily mean they are joining your business to buy your product. Conversion can also be friendship. Conversion can also be allies. Conversion can just be somebody you know. They might not buy your project. They might not buy into your business. They might not be part of your company. But hey, they will refer you to somebody who can do that. And that is the power of conversion. Then when you convert, you close. When I say close, it's one thing converting, is a different thing converting. There's a dichotomy there. If you don't take time, you think the same thing. No. Conversion is when the person is made to understand what you have and get excited about it. Closing is when the person becomes part of you and works with you and runs with you in the common vision, in a common mission, on a common mandate. That is close. When you close the person, then the person begin to do what you are doing, begin to think the way you are thinking, begin to work the way you are working, begin to walk the way you are walking, and begin to excel the way you are excelling. That is close. Then they begin to get themselves on autopilot. You have trained them, they have the tools, they have the system, they know what to do, they don't need you. All they do is you said this and they are doing it, and that is it. Very, very important, very, very crucial, very, very important, very, very crucial. Okay, so after closing, you need to go to number 4. Please, if you are hearing me, just like delight. In April, I'm coming out with a masterclass called the Delight Conference. The Delight Conference. Now, this is where the game is. You see, when somebody is not delighted, the reason why most people stop long range and go here and move from there and go here and move from there and go is because they're not delighted. Number 1. Number 2 is because there's no leadership. Leadership births delight. I always say, look, every network marketing company is the same. The comp plan is good. The products are good. Management is good. But what differentiates between company A and company B is the leadership, is the person they are following, is the leaders. The reason why Long Reach is viable today is because of leadership. We have leadership. And you see, a leader, one of the qualities of a leader is to delight. Delight means make the business exciting. Keep the person busy. Keep the person engaged. Like what Loluwambo is doing right now. This is delight. I know. People who are down in the business are getting up. People are getting excited. Some people are even getting on board the business. Some people, listen to me, for you to succeed in this business, for you to make it big in this business, you need to keep your team delighted. Keep them excited. Get something. How? Think about it. How do you think? Make time, create time, sit down, open your mind. The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. He said, through a desire, a man having separated himself, intermeddles with the things of God. You have to expand your mind. To do that, you need to think. I always say, look, any leader who doesn't have a timetable for thinking, every day, if you don't dedicate 1 hour for thinking, you have failed. You are just walking on earth. If you are listening to me, one of the key activities you need to note on your calendar each day is called the 1 hour meditation time. You don't pray, you don't talk, you just keep quiet and talk to your spirit, talk to your soul. That is when you birth results. That's when you birth. You see, all great inventions were birthed out of thinking, out of meditation, out of the art of silence. In my timetable, in my house, we have an hour called the silence hour. No TV, no radio, no phones. Everybody must be quiet and listen to the inner man. The reason why most leaders are not seeing their optimum, they're not seeing their best of capacity, they're not seeing their prime, they're not seeing their orgasm, is because they are not creating momentum and time for thinking. When you begin to think, you begin to get ideas to delight your team. Delight. Very crucial, very important. Let me quickly run. Now, the building process. Yes, Papa Solo, you said we should build. So what is the process of building? How do I build? How do I do it? I know most of you are thinking that question. I told you I'm not here to give you motivation and goosebumps and activation. I'm here to give you practice. Yeah, when he joined, he forgot about his upline and started working. Hey, that is the way to go, guys. When you start this business, take your portfolio. This is your business. Please write it down. If you are listening to me on Facebook, write it. This is my business. This is my business. This is my business. That is why when you go, when they pay you, it goes to your bank account, not your upline bank account. No, not your market bank account. It goes to your bank account. So this is your business. So when you start, carry that mindset, else you fail. Ask all the SDs, all the staff directors in knowledge, from Ghana to Nigeria to Cameroon to South Africa, whatever, check their background. All of them are taking the thing like their business. All the people who are looking at apply, they have jump boats. It's not bad to jump, but listen to me. If you cannot work on your own and you are waiting for an upper, if you jump boat, you will still be there. So the number one process to building your business is identification. Identify your strength. Identify your business strength. Identify your personal strengths. Identify your value proposition. Who are you? Some of you can talk very well. Some of you can sell very well. Some of you can commute very well. Some of you are very good at communication. You have very good interpersonal skills. You have very good leadership skills. Identify something particular about you. Maybe you might not be able to talk like Papa Solo. Maybe you cannot dress like maybe SD Happy. But hey, what is in you? What do you have? Identification. That is why when you are traveling, the first thing they look for, your identification. Your passport is your identification. Who do you knowledge? What is that strength in you you can put in knowledge? Why are you building with multi-level marketing? I want to tell people, look, I'm not a network marketer. Without apologies, I am a business owner. I am an entrepreneur. That's who I am. Network marketing, I'm doing it because it's my cash cow. Instead of going to the bank to go and borrow, I'm using network marketing to open my conglomerates. Hey, that is me. I know my identification. So I have found knowledge, it's giving me the egg, it's giving the resources, I'm using it and I'm diversifying. If you don't identify who you are, even long way to pay you, make money and to go. Number two, prioritization. Now, after identifying your strengths, you have to prioritize. At times, people are asking, Papa Solo, why do you go to South Africa too much? I said, look, I am prioritizing what I've identified. Now, I'm not going there. I'm going to the Francophone countries because it has changed. Prioritize has changed. So you have to prioritize your effort. Don't do it because everyone else is doing it. Please write it down. Don't do it because everyone else is doing it. I'm not good at promoting my business on Facebook. I don't do that. That is my style. That is my style. I remain anonymous and I make money. I have team members, they have to promote long reach on Facebook before they can make it. I say, go ahead, that is your strength. You can do it. I cannot do that. I'm different. That is very, very crucial. Very, very important. So remember, as I said, creating more motivational speakers has warriors. A lot of us, a lot of people join the business and want to be motivational speakers because they saw everybody on the stage. But hey, the real thing is the building process. Building process. And then number three, call frequency. Call frequency. Now, this is very, very crucial. I will tell you, look, when you prioritize your business structure and you prioritize what you must do every day, in this lockdown era, please don't joke with this machine called cell phone. I always tell people, look, who you dedicate time to will determine what will be dedicated to you. Write it down. Who you dedicate your time to will determine what will be dedicated to you. Very crucial. Very crucial. Yes, there are some people I call every week. There are some people I call every day. There are some people I call once a month. You have to know who to engage in the right way. So in the building process, you have to know your call frequency. There are some prospects, you call them once a week. There are some prospects, you call them every day. There are some prospects once a month. There are some team members, you call them every day. Some even every hour. Some once a week. Some once a month. It is up to you because one call, two call, three call, these calls are what bring the union. That's what brings the team. That's what brings. I will take a look. Business is like a marriage. If you are married and you don't communicate with your partner, there will be divorce. The number one key to business success is marriage. So anytime you marry and you don't communicate, there's divorce. The same way, if you don't communicate to your team, you don't call them, you don't meet them. Execution, look, we can plan. Oh, I will do that. I will do that. I will do that. I will do that. It is no problem. The discipline to do what you said you would do yesterday today is what makes you different. I repeat, the discipline to do what you promised to do yesterday is what determines your level of commitment. Write it down. The discipline to do what you said you would do yesterday today is what determines your level of commitment. Show me a man that is able to do what he said he would do yesterday, today, when today came, and I'll show you a man that is committed to his dreams and aspirations. This is what makes the business building process authentic. Now, my last slide, and I'm almost done, run away. Now, I said traits of a business builder. Who is a business builder? So I know what I was telling, oh, Papa, I build though. Me, I'm a business builder. Most people in long range, most people in network marketing, they are not business builders. They are just motivational speakers. They are just showbiz, show off on social media. No, it's a building. You have to build. What are the traits of a business builder? Number one, energy and enthusiasm. You have to have energy. You see, energy and enthusiasm is contagious. As a general, even when things are bad, you clap for it. You say, let's go, we can do it. Energy and enthusiasm. Number two, openness. Be open to your team. Don't hide. What is not working, tell them it is not working. Openness. A business builder is open to the people they work with. Self-motivation. Listen to me. The greatest self-motivation comes from within. The greatest self-motivation comes from within. And listen to me. I will take a look. If you cannot motivate yourself, forget about being a leader. Because as a leader, you are always wounded. You are always bruised. You are always crushed. But you know what? People don't care about your crash. People don't care about your bruises. They care about what they are getting from you. So you have to stay excited. Because when you are down, it's thousands that are down. Imagine Charles Campbell is down. Imagine Charles Campbell is demotivated. You know, there are a lot of people that will be demotivated. So as a general, even when he has a scar, he will say, let's go. It's a scratch. When he's shot on the field, he said, no, it's just a scratch. Let's go. Because as a leader, as a business builder, your inner motivation is what propels the outward motivation of others. The Bible says, and David encouraged himself in the Lord. When he came and the enemies have come to rampage the city, the Bible says they were crying, the soldiers were crying. David stopped crying. And he said, I will encourage myself in the Lord. And God said, good, now you are talking. Go, overtake them. Number four, future-oriented. Future-oriented. Listen, don't build your business like tomorrow is the end. Build with the future in mind. If you're Diamond 5 and you have not yet bought a property, you have not yet bought a land, you haven't started building, you are joking. Let's give you a secret that most SDs won't tell you. Let me tell you. The SDs you see launching their houses and their properties, they didn't start it when they became SD. Some of them started building when they were Diamond 4, Diamond 5, Diamond 6. Please, you should be future-oriented. God forbid, if long range is no more there, how will your life be? You should plan. Let's go. My time is almost up. Continue. Intelligent. A business builder is intelligent. I don't want to go too deep there. Or business builder open to change. A lot of things are happening now in this new normal. A business builder open to change. Like this masterclass ongoing. A business builder is not here. His team is not here. He's not sharing the link. He's not inviting. He's free. And he's waiting for money to come. Listen to me. Money is a manifestation of your hard work. Money is a manifestation of your effort. Money doesn't come on luck. Success is not luck. You don't fall into success. Success is by work. Buy data. Sit down. Come on Facebook Live. Invite your team you invite. And you want to succeed. Who told you? God doesn't bless like that. God bless us by the work that we do. Do your own. If they don't come, you don't have done your own. Paul said, Paul planted, Apollo watered, and God gave the increase. Loluwambo and the team are poor. We are the Apollos, we are watering. It is God that will give the increase. So your job is to invite. You invite. Open to changes. You are waiting for one-on-one with your leader. You are waiting for a face-to-face training. It will come. It will change. Social distance. I'm in my house. I'm in my studio. I'm free. I'm drinking my hot long-rich coffee. Which one is better than this? Than to sit in the plane and go all the way to Swaziland, or go all the way to Mpumalanga, or go all the way to Kresdorp. I'm here comfortably in my house, I'm even wearing shorts. I'm not wearing trousers. It costs change. You only need to see my head. You don't need to see what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a short, boxer shorts. I won't show it to you. The rest is inclusive. You see, when you are building, you include. You build with alone. You carry your team along. You don't build alone. That's why I always say, look, don't build with everybody. Build with stars. Build with eagles. Next, learn from mistakes. Hey, some of us have made many mistakes. Don't cry over a mistake for far too long. It is painful. It is difficult. But as a business brother, you learn from it and you move on. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from your mistakes and move on. Next is ethical. I can see Loluwambo, so let me run away quickly. The next one is very important. You see, it is not just about the master class. It's about what you take from the master class. It's about what the master class does to you. Most people have attended. I know the thing we are sharing is not new to most of you. I'm telling you, most of you have read more than some of us. That's the truth. You know more than some of us. But the difference is, are you doing it? I want to see where the eagles fly, and that's why I'm flying. And see you one day, and I will say, salute you below there. God bless you. My name is Solomon Ababiwa Jemai. God bless. Bye-bye. Loluwambo, over to you. But the difference is, are you doing it? I want to see where the eagles fly.
There's room for more. Don't worry. We'll do another one. We'll sit down and get the more remaining points. I've got people asking me about the slides, People want to know if they can get the slides. I'm sure, leaders, you can. But let me tell you, keep sharing before you can get them, okay? Now, listen to this. Here we are now. Here we are. We're about to cross over to Dr. Lisejo. I've got doctor after doctor. Hey, Dr. Lisejo, then Dr. David Molapo. Listen to this. It is still going to be packed. I'm telling you now, it is still going to be packed. I've got the 10 winners. Let me not announce them now. I'll announce them afterwards. Dr. Lisejo Ukona, it is still going to be packed. I'm telling you now, it is still going to be packed. Dr. Lisejo. Wonderful, doctor. Thank you so much. We're happy to have you. We're crossing over to Dr. Lisejo.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Wonderful, doctor.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Hello? Hi, can you hear me? Can somebody give me an indication that they can hear me? Charles, you can hear me? Thank you. Let me just share my screen quickly. All right, everyone have access to my screen? Hello? All right. Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Lonabo, once again for organizing this masterclass. It is always an absolute pleasure being here. What an amazing lineup of speakers. I'm going to be brief. I'm going to try to be quick. I can go on and on and on if I talk about something that I'm quite passionate about. SD Solo, what you have just presented on is quite powerful. SD Charles, thank you so much for your contribution. It was amazing. SD Nokuthula and Cargo, I really enjoyed both your presentations. Just to say to everyone, if I don't love something, I won't do it. I'm standing here because I love helping people. And that's the reason why I'm here to talk to you about selling. Let me quickly qualify myself before I go on this or take on this topic, because you're probably wondering, why would I talk about selling when I've always been talking about products? So I have moved away from clinical work and I'm now owning a company that distributes medical devices, a company that was funded by Longreach, and it is doing quite well as we speak. And the main, just about recruiting individuals into the business, but we do have a product that we need to sell to people who need it. Now, before I start with the presentation, I just want us to differentiate between the three things: sales, selling, and marketing. It's important for us to know the difference, and this is the reason why. Sales is more concerned with how we ensure that the product gets to the people or it gets sold. The types of activities that one would be involved with will be product demonstration, it will be putting your table at the mall, maybe doing cold calls, and anything that's just all about informing people about the products. Selling is when there is an exchange of money for goods. So that's where the money is now coming into your hands. And lastly, we have got marketing in sales. They are stuck in doing demonstrations. They are stuck in telling people about the product, but they never get to a point where they actually get their money. So I want you to differentiate between the two so that you can understand why you are possibly failing. It's because you are more involved in sales and not selling, because selling is all about the money, and that's the most important thing. Now, when it comes to sales, like I said, it's all about closing the deal. It's the art of persuading your customers. It's helping them to take action. It's about being enthusiastic. It's about showing passion. The last thing you want to show is desperation. When you show desperation, people actually run away from you. They wonder, why is it that you're so desperate to sell us this product? So it's so important for you to show your passion, to be enthusiastic about the product or even the business that you are selling. You have to inspire your customers. When you inspire them, they are drawn. So it could be somebody who says, I really love the product, but I don't have the money to pay for it. Or, I just want to go and find out more information about the product. What you do is you give them some space, but you ask them when you can get back to them so that you can follow up. So if somebody ever shows interest, don't walk away from them. Make a note. SD Charles spoke about having a notebook. So make a notebook of those customers who were not ready to commit, and go back to them with more information. Maybe they just needed some information that, some gaps that you needed to fill in. So just in summary, selling is about closing the deal, is getting the money into your hands. That's the most important thing. It's about being enthusiastic. It's about showing passion when you're selling your product. Now, it's very important, when you are in selling, that you have important skills. What I like talking about is having interest. There are people who are in this business, but they do not really have interest in people. They joined the business because they wanted to become millionaires. They bought into the business, they have products, but they're not really interested in what the products are all about. They're not interested in health issues that are out there, or many other issues that people could be experiencing. Read, current trends in health. Read current trends in important products that we have, so that you can be able to go and tell people about them. So, as a salesperson, you need to have the 10 important skills that are listed on the screen. You need to listen to people, and as you listen to people, you will be able to pick up what their needs are. When you sell, you first have to go and meet a need. Sometimes people are not even aware of their need. You meet somebody on the side of the road who has got pimples, and because you're not interested, you just walk away from them. But if you could go and start stimulating that need, start talking about beauty, start talking about the face, you just bring to their attention and their recognition that they actually need to start taking care of their face. So as you listen to people, you will be able to pick up what their needs are. It could have just been that you went to sell sanitary pads, but because you're having this conversation and you're such a good listener, somebody comes up with a weight loss issue that you were not aware of. And now, because you have got knowledge of the product, you're able to give them information about, the product that they can use. Obviously, you have to have tenacity. I must say, sales is not very easy, but if you know what you are doing, it's going to be very easy for that sales activity to lead to selling or to close that deal. Have organizational skills, know where your products are, know where your price list is. If somebody asks for a price list, you should be able to give it to them quickly. If somebody asks for information about the product, have your brochure and all the information that is required. Have good verbal communications skills. And I mean, yes, some of the skills you have to learn, but some of them you already have. You just need to fine tune them so that you can become a successful sales person. Everything starts with a customer. Without customers, you don't have a business. So when you are sales driven, you have to have an understanding that 80% of your business can increase because you have more customers. It's very important for you to identify who your customers are and who your clients are. There are people who would just come and buy and go, but there are those who would have or would come back for repeated business. Those are the people that you need to take care of. Those are the people that you need to invest your time and your energy in. You need to excite them. If you have sold somebody sanitary pads, go back again next time and tell them about panty liners. Maybe tell them about green tea. Tell them about, bamboo soap. Your customers have to see you as somebody who cares about them. They have to see you as somebody who's passionate about the business, somebody who cares about their needs, even if they're not even aware of their needs, somebody who helps them recognize what their needs are. Satisfied customers will help your business grow. Now, when it comes to customers, you also need to know who you are selling to. You need to know the age of your customers. You obviously cannot go and sell certain products to children. You could have a product that's specifically targeted to children, but you may want to approach the parents. For example, sanitary pads, you could want to sell to teenagers, but it doesn't help you going to teenagers because they still need to get permission from the parents. Or maybe you might want to target the parents, or you can do it vice versa. Where parents are a little bit reluctant, you can go to the younger teenagers and give them information about the sanitary pads and why they need to switch to a certain type of a sanitary pads, and they're able to go to the baby that cannot afford to even buy one packet of sanitary pads. It's going to frustrate you. Do not go and sell certain products that you know that individuals cannot afford. There are certain individuals that come from a more middle class, then those are the individuals that you should approach with a certain product. So as you segment your customers, you have to know which products you are selling to who. There are certain individuals that say no to products, not because they're expensive, or not because you're not a good seller, but because they cannot afford and they can't say that. It's also important to know your social class. There are certain people that would not care about skin. There are certain individuals who would not care about a certain product. Know the social class of your customers so that you can be able to approach them with different products. There are people who care about their health because of their social class. So you will always come with a different product to them. If it's somebody who's really in a social class where there's a lot of stress because of job demands, because of a whole lot of things, you may want to go and sell them a product like berry oil, and you can tell them, look, this product has got omega and it's going to help your brain with brain functioning when you're at work. It helps you concentrate, it helps you focus, helping you with those mental activities. You could go and sell them coffee, because their social class allows them to move from rib coffee to the Longrich cordyceps coffee. Look at your geographical location. Certain individuals you can't reach to, and you have to understand that it becomes a little bit expensive to sell them products. So if you realize that, the people that you are prospecting, customers that you're prospecting live far, you have to take into consideration that it might become a little bit more expensive. Product might become a little bit expensive because of where they live. All right. And then you look at their personality. There are just some people who just don't care. There are people who are more outgoing, who are more, they're quite charming, even when they bother you when you walk away and they don't commit to buying your product. Important. There are individuals called expensive customers. I run away from such people. You will send them information about the product. You will send them videos. You will send them a price list over and over and over. Every time they complain about the price, there's something that they want to complain about. Those are people that are draining your energy. Run away from such people. If you find that you have got customers that are quite expensive, for you to get a commitment from them, it takes so much. By the time they buy, you're like, I really don't want to deal with you anymore. Identify such people. They drain energy, and run away from them if you can. Let them be at the bottom of your list on that notebook. You need to qualify your prospects. Also, if you are in recruiting, you need to know that individuals are different. There are people who are early innovators. So these are the people that when you come to them and you say, hey, Longrich has introduced a new product and these are the benefits, they will most likely go into the business. If you are a recruiter and you go to them and say, hey, here's a business opportunity, this is how it works, this is a compensation plan, these are the products, those are people that will just jump onto the opportunity. And then we have got early and majority innovators. So that's where people are a little bit more open. Your early innovators don't really do a lot of thinking, and lastly, you have got your late loggers. Those are the people who have got analysis paralysis. You could be struggling to sell because you are selling to these kinds of people. You know, for them, they need to have seen that the product works. It must have been in the industry for 12 years. So many people must have used it. When you send them a testimony, they need another, or they ask for another 5 testimonies, because it takes so long for them to just commit. And that's just their personality. So it's very important when you are in selling that you identify who your prospects are, not just in selling, but also as you recruit, that you quickly analyze and identify who is standing in front of you, so that when you walk away without being frustrated. You walk away still with your confidence, knowing that it could just be that this person is not ready to commit to this business opportunity because they're just the late majority innovators. All right. Now, what are you selling? What's the point of being in sales when you don't even know what you're selling? Are you selling a product? Are you selling a service? Are you selling knowledge? Or are you selling a lifestyle? We all know that long reach or network marketing is all about selling a lifestyle. That's why you would see people who sell knowledge. And that's where I specialize. All I've been doing since I joined Long Reach was to sell knowledge. I've been selling knowledge to my customers, and I've been selling knowledge to you, Long Reach members. And there are people who are selling service. These are people who joined the business, and like Cargo, they decided to become stockists because they're all about servicing. They want to make sure that products are available. They want to make sure that when you come in to capture your forms, they process all of those things. So you need to know in this business, what are you selling? Is it a product that you're going to sell to your customers? When you are a stockist, you have to make sure that you are selling the best service. When you are like me, you have to make sure that you are knowledgeable about the product, about the business selling. What is the point of talking about a sanitary napkin when you don't even know what the benefits are? What is the point of selling a lifestyle when you don't even know what the benefits of that lifestyle are? Know your value proposition. People want to know, why must I join company A and not company B? Most importantly, they want to know, why must I stop using? What makes you so different? What makes this product so different to any other product that's available in the market? When you say I must buy Long Reach sanitary pad, what is it that is offering that is so different to any other sanitary pad available in the market? Now, because I'm more on products, I want to quickly go into the product segment. Now, we have got 4 product segments. We've got health, energy, beauty and cosmetics, and weight management. If you don't know this product segment, you're going to fail. If you're all about the sanitary pad, people, we tag and say, you know, I made money through selling a sanitary pad. It's not just about that. There are many products that we are selling, and it's important as a distributor to know all the 4 segments that we're selling in Long Reach. Now, as you sell your products, it's very important for you to know impulse buys. These are products that are easy to sell. For an example, a mouth freshener. When you're busy selling, you know, your sanitary napkin, you tell people what is the why. Why must I use Long Reach sanitary pad? Because we know 62% of female reproductive problems are due to poor quality sanitary napkins. What are the benefits? Comfort, no leakage, and reduced menstrual pains. And what are the benefits? The benefits are that I'm preventing myself as a woman from the gynecological problems. Now, as you sell the sanitary pads, you pull out the mouth freshener. If you go to, for example, your grocery stores, you will find that when you go to the tills, they have got an aisle with sweets, with gums, with, small items, this toothpaste. You could have a shampoo. It costs about 25 rands. Have it as an impulse buy. You have a box of the white tea soap. It's another impulse buy. So identify all these products. Have your major products within your segment. Have your impulse buys. Now, it's so important for us to understand what makes certain individuals successful, whether in the business, in selling, or whatsoever. Now, a lot of research has been done, and what I have found to be most common is most successful people have what we call grit. Now, there's a summary of what grit stands for. G is for growth, R is for resilience. After you have been beaten down, after you failed to sell that product, after you failed to get somebody to join in the business, go back home, learn from your failures. Perhaps you didn't present the business properly. Perhaps you didn't even know what the benefits of those products are. Perhaps you could not sell the value of green tea, which is long life, increasing your lifespan. Have tenacity, have perseverance, have that I will not give up. Now, there was a study that was done in summary as you look into what could be the reasons why you are not successful. This study looked into kids, and they looked at why would kids quit in life. And what they found was that they stopped believing in themselves. Most kids who stop believing in themselves give up. You stop selling because you failed, and now you believe in your weaknesses more than you believe in your strengths. It's so important as an individual to know what your strengths are, where your strengths lies. And a lot of videos on the benefits of the product. Maybe you feel sorry for yourself. Oh, poor me. Everyone is doing so well in the business. I can't. I don't have qualifications. I don't have friends. I don't have data. I don't have this. And the mentality that I will grow from my failures. I will go and learn. I will go and acquire skills that makes us succeed in life. And people expect fast results. They found that children who expected fast results quit. Perhaps you've quit selling those products because you expected everyone to buy immediately. You expected to sell all 1,000 products at the same time and make your millions within 2 months. It doesn't work that way. If you find that these explain your personality, if you find that you have most of these characteristics, I want to encourage you, go back to the drawing board, go and seek inspiration, motivation. I know some of us lack intrinsic motivation. We just need people externally to motivate us. Find such people and find your drive again. I love selling. That's what I do. I have made millions in this business. My company is thriving because I have understood the art of selling. That is what defines my new career and my new path. On that note, I thank you, everyone, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Over to you, Lorna.
Did you know that you can speak about any other subject? Did you know that? Thank you so much. The thing is in the selling. We're not focusing on sales, we're focusing on selling, closing the deal. If you learn something there, right? Selling. Thank you so much. Remember, we still on with the challenge. Dr. Mulapo, I'm waiting for you, Doc. Take us all the way. Finish all you have to tell us today. Today, everything you've got to tell us, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Babu Onwabo, and thanks for these powerful speakers. I've been listening from 6 o'clock, from Sis SD Noguthula to Brother Eric, Apostle Daniel, Cargo, and then SD Charles, Papa Solo, and recently, Honebanu Dotel Seko. Thank you so much. Remember that if you are not growing, you are dying. It is a powerful, positive, and pregnant statement, because life is about growth. And as we grow, we understand that as we pursue this thing called success, that on this road to success, there will be ups and there will be downs. There'll be detours, there'll be potholes. But here's the beautiful part, that when we do fall, let's not fall on our faces. When we fall, we must fall on our back. Because when you fall on your back, you can look up. When you can look up, you can arise, which is a theme today. But let's be honest, there are 7 things, seven things that can hinder us from rising. Number 1, our yesterdays. Unfortunately, you and I cannot move into our tomorrows with unresolved yesterdays. Some of us are still stuck on our yesterdays. Yes, it was yesterday. It's a previous chapter, a previous season. Some of us, because we fell in that season, we get stuck in our yesterday. Remember, you and I need to deal with our yesterdays, but not dwell in our yesterdays. So the number 1 thing that can hinder us from arising, some of us, we fail to arise because words that were uttered by people's opinions about ourselves, that we are stupid, will never amount to anything. And those things have created a permanent set for us. And that is why we cannot arise. Some of us is our negative self-talk to ourselves. Look at my nose. It says if God was in a hurry, he threw that nose. Look at my ears, they're like a DSTV dish. And we can have all these negative affirmations that hinder us from arising. Number 3, a comparison. Sometimes we fail to arise because we compare ourselves to other people. I like what Sis Noguthula said about you being yourself. Baba Tambo and Apostle Daniel Mukhakana said, you need to be yourself. Stop comparing yourself to other people. All of us have a journey. And I have learned in life as a business leader that sometimes other people are ahead of you. Sometimes people are either side of you. Some people are behind you. So number 3, comparison can hinder you from growing. Number 4, competition. Remember, the only person to compete against is yourself. When I came back from exile, I was a maths and science teacher. Never understood business. I had to learn what Papa Solo has taught us today. Some of these basic things on how to build a business. Yes, I'm an inspirational teacher and leader, but I had to learn to make money, because in God we trust, all else must bring cash. In God we trust, all else must bring cash. Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 19, the Bible is clear. Money answereth all things. You can talk about demons, fire by fire, while other people are making money. So I had to learn that the only person to compete is myself. So your yesterdays, your words, your comparison, your competition. Number 5, Sis SD Noguthula spoke about it, unforgiveness. Sometimes we fail to arise because we don't learn to forgive ourselves and those naysayers and those doomsayers. The power of forgiveness is amazing. Forgive yourself. It was an effort. You tried, you failed, but failing doesn't mean you give up. Remember, quitters never win and winners never quit. So unforgiveness can make you get stuck in your past. Number 6, jealousy. I have learned as a business leader that I must be happy when other people get successful or become successful. When other people become prosperous, I must be their cheerleader. I must not allow what Shakespeare called the green-eyed monster, jealousy, to grip me. Because when jealousy grips you, it will grab you and you'll never rise. Number 7, Wola 7. The 7th thing that will make you not to rise up is pride. Then not to be willing to learn. You never arrive in life, because if you are not growing, you are dying. All of us have a capacity to grow. Inside each and every person, there are seeds of greatness that must be stretched. Remember, your mind once stretched will never go back to its original state. So never allow pride to make you fall. Ask for help. Be willing to learn. I've got 2 PhDs, passing high school with difficulties. The other one, PhD, I praise him, God. I praise him daily, but I didn't have money. And now the business I'm in, for every voice, there is an invoice. I want to share therefore with you on 7 ways on, or 7 things to remember, 7 things to remember for you to arise, 7 practical ways to enable you to arise. Yes, some of you have gone through changes. Spoke about the grit, the resilience, the ability to bounce back and go for it, because change is here. Today, the money that you have is going to be useless in the next couple of weeks. The product prices are changing. Life is all about changes. So remember, the easiest way to cope with change is not to fight change, is not to resist change, but is to help create it. So here are 7 ways, 7 practical ways to help you arise. Number 1, inspiration without perspiration will lead to desperation. Inspiration without perspiration will lead to desperation. I always marvel at Christians. We like this 40-day fast. Have you noticed Jesus only fasted one time for 40 days? He changed his habit. The rest is history. Inspiration, yes, it's good, but perspiration is equally important. Remember that if you are desperate to become a quick millionaire, it will make you to be dishonest. You will want to have shortcuts. I have learned that success is a progressive realization of a goal or an ideal. Success does not come overnight. Success is a progressive. You plan, it is a process. And if you become desperate, you end up becoming dishonest. And you see, dishonesty is a vicious cycle. Dishonesty can turn you from being a real person into a phony and manipulator. If you're desperate, it cannot be hidden. I can hear it from your voice when you tell me that you are desperate. It damages your reputation and destroys your credibility as a leader. It prevents you from ultimate fulfillment. Desperation will eventually catch up with you. And here's the scary part. Desperation will attack your nervous system and it will torment your soul. So what is number 1 thing to remember as you arise this year? Inspiration must also come up with work, because if inspiration doesn't come up with work, then you have a problem. Inspiration without perspiration will lead to desperation. The second thing I want you to remember is this: refuse to die at the entrance of your breakthrough. Refuse to die at the entrance of your breakthrough. Many business leaders, many entrepreneurs live on 4 functions, like a cassette tape. 4 functions: play, stop, pause, and rewind. Play, stop, pause, and rewind. They go to jobs they hate, stop and rest in homes they despise, and pause long enough to vent their frustrations, and then play the games people play pretending to be happy. So stop playing games. The second thing that you need to do, refuse to die. Even if you have gone through a difficult time, refuse to die. You remember those lepers who were standing up there? They say, we sit here, we die. We go to Jerusalem, we die. We go to the enemy camp, we die. But they say, you know what? We are refusing to die at the entrance of our breakthroughs. Yes, they had 7 challenges. They had leprosy, they were sick, they were hungry and thirsty, they were lonely, they were financially broke, they had lack of clothing, they were homeless, but they never gave up. It was easy for them just to stay permanent in their situation, but they adopted the second practical way. I'm sharing that with you. They refused to die at the entrance of their breakthroughs. What did they do? You remember the story. They went to the enemy's camp, and the rest is history. Here are 7 reasons why people fail to achieve. Maybe you are looking at me today and say, David Molapo, I hear you, but why am I just so despondent? Why am I filled with despair? Here are 7 reasons why people fail to achieve. Number 1, they lack determination. I like what the New Oxford Dictionary states. It says determination is firmness, steadfastness, persistent, and single-mindedness. People fail to achieve in life, in business, as entrepreneurs, because they lack what? Determination. Number 2, they lack a sincere belief that they can achieve the desired results. It is not enough that I believe in you. You need to also learn to believe in yourself. I can pray for you, but until you believe in yourself, that cannot help. So the second thing is they lack a sincere belief that they can actually achieve those desired results. As a teacher, I never thought I can be a millionaire or a multimillionaire or impact the lives of people and create empires all over the world. I never believed in it until I actually did it. I refused to die at the entrance of my breakthrough. Number 3, why people fail to achieve, they are not motivated to take action. Number 4, they lack of a plan. And I think today these wonderful speakers gave us practical things from SD Charles, from Papa Solo, and even us, Lisejo and Nobutula. They gave us practical things on how to have a plan. Another one, they don't have goals. Written goals are important, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to drive a Lexus car because I lived in the United States. So when I came back to South Africa, I had a dreams collage, simple English, an album. So I was motivated to take action. Number 4, they lack a plan. Number 5, no goals, written goal. Number 6, they are not armed with passion. And number 7, they are not pursuing significance. I like one of the previous speakers who talked about this scripture in the Bible, a wise leader leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Success is all about you, but people fail, number 7, to succeed because they don't pursue significance, doing for others. Success is all about doing for yourself, but when you do for others, you strengthen your downline. You strengthen your team underneath. You continue to encourage them, as we heard from Cargo, all about the PVC, and you give them product knowledge. So the number 2 thing, refuse to die at the entrance of your breakthrough. I know you may be down, depressed, but I'm here to encourage you. It's time to arise. Number 3, surround yourself with people who will celebrate you. Surround yourself with people who will celebrate you. If the truth be told, some of us are just giving up because you've been hanging around people who tolerate you. You've been hanging people, instead of them mentoring you, they are tormenting you. You need to move from tormentors and get mentors who believe in you. Surround yourself with people who believe in you. Proverbs 13 verse 20, the Bible says, he or she who walks with the wise or with the wise will grow wise, but a companion of fools will suffer harm. So here are 7 things about those people that you surround yourself in. I have learned in life that I have three kinds of friends: friends of the past, friends of the present, and friends of the future. Friends of the past are those people, when you are down, they leave you there. What were you trying to do? Again, this is another scam, another long reach, short reach, medium reach, whatever. They make fun of even this organization. Those are friends of the past. Say bye-bye to them. The friends of the present, they are your present friends with conditions. If you want to succeed in 2021, the third area is surround yourself with the friends of the future. Babumlapo, who are these friends? How do I know these friends of the future? Thank you for that question. Here are the 7 things about those friends of the future. 1, they are ethically driven. They've got ethics. 2, they've got empires in their brains. 3, they always stretch you to excel. 4, they unlock your generosity. I don't like hanging people who are stingy. That's why I'm around people who will add and multiply my life. Number 7, I like this. They will defend you even in your absence. You don't talk about Eric, our MD, in his absence. I will defend you. You need, ladies and gentlemen, for you to surround yourself with people who believe in you. Number 4, unfortunately, things that you must remember in 2021, that in 2021, you will need a night to see the stars. Sometimes you need a night to see the stars. You say, wow, that's a powerful statement. It is. Because remember, for you and I to experience the glamour and the glow of stars, it's only in the night. And sometimes during this year, you will be faced with challenges. There are different nights that will befall you this year. And those nights will come with darkness, with discouragement, with hopelessness, with despair, with isolation. We are already with COVID, with all the variants and the 3rd wave and the 100th wave. All those nights will come. Darkness, discouragement, hopelessness, despair, isolation, depression, and yes, even deception. But you don't give up because of all those nights. What do? I want to encourage you that even Jesus felt discouraged in Matthew 26. The Bible says the soul of Jesus was heavy when he realized your sins and my sins. All of us, we face discouragement, deception. Jacob was deceived by Laban. It's part of life. It's part of business. Hopelessness. The disciples, having promoted the products of long reach, they caught nothing. They were hopeless. You will have despair, isolation, and loneliness. Ask Peter, ask Silas, ask Paul, that sometimes you need a night to see the stars. Remember, the only time you appreciate the glow and the glamour of stars is in the night. Some of us, you will experience that, but I'm here to encourage you that please remember that even when you are faced with the night, you don't give up. You don't give up. You continue to try and to try and to try again. Number 5, what you visualize will materialize. Oh yes, for you to arise, you will face a night. But remember that no night is permanent. Every night has an expiry date. It will pass. Every season will pass. Winter is not a year. Winter is a season. Even in the night, the Bible says it was night, it was morning, and day 1. Notice in the Bible, it begins with a night, and then morning, and the Bible says it's a day. So don't despair. And that's where we go to number 5. Number 5 simply says, this you must remember in 2020 is the secret of your transformation. If you want to be healthy and wealthy, renew your mind. Remember the woman with your issue of blood. She said, I visualize, I materialize. If I can just touch the hem of the garment. That is why if you need a new car, dressed well, go to that wonderful place of where the cars are. Go in there, get inside that car, feel that car, visualize, because what you visualize will materialize. The woman with the issue of blood, she saw herself the way she could become and not the way she was. Jesus at the cross saw himself victorious beyond the cross. So I'm here to encourage you. Continue, ladies and gentlemen, to understand that you need to live a victorious life. Be God conscious. So, how do I visualize so that I can materialize? 7 things. Hola, 7. Number 1, be God conscious. Remember, what shall we say to these things? The Bible says, no, in all these things, you and I, are more than conquerors. Be God conscious. Number 2, have this personal prayer life, the communication thing with God. Even when you sleep, to tell your conscious and your subconscious mind, to remind your conscious mind that it might be dark, that you might be flopping or getting discouraged because of changes and all of things, but you will arise, my friend. So number 2, have a personal prayer life. Number 3, have a praising lifestyle. Begin to thank God, because when you think about the goodness of God, then you begin to thank him. Begin to think and you begin to thank. Number 4, meditate. Meditate. I like Joshua chapter 1 verse 8. The Bible says, do not allow the book of this law to depart from you. Meditate. Think on it. Whatsoever things are pure, lovely, think on these things. It says, when you begin to think about this book of the law, that it will not depart from your mouth, you meditate it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you'll be prosperous and successful. The other one is have a teachable spirit. If you begin to visualize, begin to have a teachable spirit, and then hang around godly people. That is why I like, and I have learned a lot of things from listening to these dynamic, wonderful men and women. And number 7, have a winner's, a champion's mentality. Remember, it is your choice. Life is filled with choices, not chances. So number 5, remember what you visualize this year will materialize. Visualize yourself moving from that 1 room to 2 rooms to 3 rooms to that mansion. Visualize yourself having your children going to a better school. Those things will motivate you to build that business, to encourage your people, and also inspire the downline, so that at the end of the day, even when the difficulties of life come, guess what? You take the north, you become resilient. But it is it's fabulous. In Luke chapter 4, verse 27, the Bible says there were many people in Israel with leprosy in the time of Elijah the prophet, but only one got healed. That was Naaman the Syrian. You see, favor is not fair, but it is fabulous. The same thing with Mary. The Bible says Mary found grace. Mary found grace, found favor. She was you. Men and women cannot stop it. Your enemies cannot stop it. It is a favor. It is a gift from God. Fact number 2, favor is not an accident. It is a deliberate design by Almighty God, the creator of your gifts, the creator of your creativity, to reward you for your obedience. When you love him, you want to make money to take care of your family so that you can be a blessing to other people and create jobs. So that's the second thing about favor. Number 1, it is a gift from God. Number 2, it is not an accident. It is a deliberate design. Number 3, favor can stop tragedy instantly in your life. That's what we need this year. I pray that will be true for you. It happened for Joseph. He moved from the palace to prison, but instantly from prison to becoming the prime minister. Imagine a foreigner, forget xenophobia, a foreigner becoming instantly a multi-billionaire, holding all the wealth of Pharaoh. Here's another one about faith. Watch it. It will dry up when God sees greed. When God gives you favor this year, you are prosperous. Don't be full of yourself. I told you when I started that pride and jealousy will keep you from moving forward. Be generous. When you begin to be greedy, that favor will dry up. Number 6, it will come to you when intercessors pray for you. Number 7, it will be paralyzed if, like Nebuchadnezzar, you do not buy your products, you don't give up. Tomorrow as Nochadah, it is a new day, it is a fresh chapter. Finally, Hola 7. 7th thing that you need to remember this year is you need to overcome your weaknesses. Remember, one weakness can destroy your life. One weakness can destroy your life. So I pray that this year you realize that it is time for you. The chapter needs to be written about you. It's a chapter of greatness. Be a trailblazer, a pioneer. Arise, stand out, and be outstanding. I can, you can, together we will arise. God bless you.
Hey, yeah. You heard that? Ha. There's so many nuggets of truth in what Dr. Mlap has shared with us. Doc, I'm too inspired. I want to go and work now. You know, I'm really too inspired. You always deliver, never disappoint. Awesome lifestyle of praise. Ooh. There's so much. Doctor, thank you so much. I really grateful. Thank you for your time. I'm sure you forgot to mention about downloading and other stuff. Do you want to quickly talk about that? So go back to that.
If people go to www.ican4ir.com. www.ican4ir.com. We've got a gift for all of you.
Thank you so much. Now, okay, leaders and ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Listen, we don't do these things just for fun. We do these things with an intention to inspire you, motivate you, and make you go out there and do your business. May your PVs arise. May your business arise. May everything about you arise in 2021. Listen, I'm going to announce some winners for the remaining starter packs, and then I'm also going to check we're going to check online who took a picture. The instruction was easy. You take a picture with your long reach favorite product, and then what you do, you tag us and then write online masterclass. You tag us, you take the page, you take our page, Long Reach Bioscience. So you post it on your own. You post it on your own what? On your own, English is gone. You share it on your own page, and then what you do thereafter, you tag us, okay? That is totally awesome. These are the winners of those who have shared the link, those who have screen shared or screenshot into their page are not included on this one. So picture this. Nkosi Zandile, Christopher Donlandi, Cindy Swaskweyiya, Busisiwe Mazibuko, Khulile Zwide, Ugma Mary, Ponchongubeni, Nicole Oaks, Grenda Musela, Pumzile Kalala. These are all the qualifiers of what the winners of what? Because they've shared. The winners of what? Of the 1 gig. 1 gig, okay, of airtime. Use SIM card. And then for this one, we're going to announce like we did, we're going to a video, and then also the winners of the Long Reach products, we're going to announce them. I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who's taken their time and listen to us. We thank you so much. Listen, it will get better. Do 3 times at the bottom. Keep sharing. We're gonna look and finalize who got this one. And then the long reach products that we have. We'll set up a list on our long reach bioscience page, or else if you're struggling to find long reach bioscience, just say long reach Joburg, but that is our page. We'll send everything there. You'll see it there. Thank you so much for sharing the video. Go back, do what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back, watch from the, learn from the mistakes I've done tonight, take notes from the people that have spoken, and so that I can also become a better person. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Dinitanda nonke emakaya. Or should we say kum shelele? Say bolegale.